Welcome everyone. I'm Gustavo and this is Chris, and we're doing this as like a way of promoting our games, and we're running a crowd sale. Next week is mine crowd sale, and the week after that, I think, is Chris's crowd sale. And we thought we show a little bit of our games. So we're gonna start with Chris's games, 1-2 Punch, and afterwards we do Memory Kings. So Chris, if you want to introduce who you are, what have you done?
Yeah, so my name is Chris Williams. I have my company called All Right Games, and 1-2 Punch is my latest release here. I'll be doing my crowd sale from January 27th to February 10th. 1-2 Punch is a two-player strategic boxing card game. You can see our screen, it's here. This is the tabletop simulator version, so we're just kind of playing virtually. But normally, here's what the box will look like. It's just a little tribal-friendly game. Very easy to play, very easy to learn, but can definitely be difficult to master and to learn all those little intricate strategies. So the objective of the game is to knock your opponent out, and to do that is you want to break all three of their guards. So I have these three guards here. There's a ready side and an exhausted side, and an exhausted one can be broken by getting hit with a punch. And broken ones, normally you just return it to the box. With Tabletop Simulator, there's no box, so we just move them over to this bowl. So that's how you win. And the main thing to really keep in mind when you're playing is that there will be three areas on the table. The area in front of each player will be their corner. So mine's right here, and your red's is right there. And then between red and blue is the center of the ring. So a red player gets to start in the center ring. They are the reigning champion, so they kind of get that little sort of starting advantage. But then blue player, to balance it out, gets to choose the discards. So in our hands, we each have the same exact set of cards in our hands. We both start with one rest in our discard. And then as blue player, I get to choose the other discards, as long as it's not the other rest. So for myself, I will choose to discard my retreat. And then Gustavo, if you would discard your advance.
Okay, so you choose what I discard as well?
Yep,
Oh,
exactly.
There you go.
All right, and then that is the setup. So the game is super quick and easy to set up, and to play is also very easy. I'll quick go through the cards. There's not a lot of them, so they're pretty easy to remember. But if you ever forget, the rules are just this single double-sided document. So it's very, very easy to learn and go through everything. But we'll just go right down the line. So the first one here is a jab. This has a timing of 1. So the timing, the lower the timing, the faster they'll happen. So both of us will be playing cards at the same time and then revealing them and resolving them based on their timings. So jab is the quickest one. It's just a quick little punch, and what it does is it exhausts one of your opponent's guard. So if I hit you with a jab, it would flip one of your guards over to exhausted. Now a jab can never break a guard, so this is never going to completely discard one. It just exhausts them. So even if you already had an exhausted one, it would just flip another one to exhausted. But that's only, jabs and punches only hit if we are close enough to hit each other. So if you were in your own corner, say here, leaving the center of the ring open, if we tried to play a jab or a punch, they would just miss. We wouldn't hit each other. But for our examples, we'll have you in the center here. So that's what a jab does, just exhausts one. And let's see, a retreat, which I suppose I discarded mine. So my retreat has a timing of 2. That one would just move me back into my corner. So I'm already in my corner, so it wouldn't move me anywhere. But if you were to play it, yep, that's exactly right. It would just move you into your corner. Very simple. You can still play it even if you're in your corner. It just wouldn't do anything.
Okay.
The next one after that is advance. Very similar to retreat, just you're moving into the center of the ring. If you were already in the center, so like how you were there, it would push you back first, and then I would move into the center. So it would kind of slide you back. And then if we both played in advance at the same time, we'd just sort of be bumping heads, and neither of us would move. Even if I was already in the center and you were in your corner and we both played in advance, we would just bump heads and neither of us would move anywhere. Even if we were both in our own corner, leaving the center of the ring open, we would just bump heads and both of us would stay in our corners.
Okay, so we bump and come back.
Yeah, we just wouldn't move at all. That's just the idea. We're both trying to advance at the same time, and so nothing happens.
Fair enough. Okay.
And then the next one after that is block. This one, it just blocks a punch, is all it does. It doesn't block a jab, because jab has that timing of 1, so it goes first. But it does block a punch. And so it just makes it so you don't get affected by your opponent's punch at all. Now, if they don't play a punch, just nothing happens. And what punch is the timing of 5. This one has slightly more complex sort of rules. There's a few instances of how it works, and those are all explained in the rules. But basically what it does is if your opponent has an exhausted guard, so if right now you have none, but if you did have one, we'll flip it. That's when it would break. So it would get discarded, removed from the game. If you didn't have any exhausted ones, it would just exhaust one. So if you were already like this, it would just flip one of your cards to exhausted, wouldn't break it. But as long as you have at least one, it will break one. But the other main thing sort of to remember with punches is before you can even resolve your punch, you have to potentially, if you're in your own corner, you're up against the ropes, and you have to exhaust one of your own guards in order to punch. So I'm in my own corner here. If I played a punch card, I would have to first flip over an exhausted card or a ready card to exhausted, and then it would resolve the punch. So that's when I would hit you. Now, if all my cards were exhausted, I could still play a punch, but it's not going to do anything. I'm not going to be able to finish that punch because I don't have any to exhaust here. But if I was in the center of the ring, I don't have to exhaust any of my cards to play a punch. So I would be able to just punch you without worrying.
You can move freely, so it's easy to punch. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, not up against the ropes there. And then same thing. Even if we were both in our own corner, the punch would miss. But if I was still, if I was in my corner, I would still have to exhaust one of my own punches, even if it misses or blocks or whatever.
Fair enough.
And the very last card is rest. And this one, all it does is if you have an exhausted stamina or an exhausted guard, it flips it back to ready. Flips one of them back to ready, and then you get all of your discards back into your hand. So that's how you get all your discards back. And it's very important to make sure that you, when you take your discards back, you're not taking back the 2 cards that you played during that round, which I'll get to in just a sec here. Those are discarded at the end of the round, and so they're not part of your discard back. So there will always be one rest sort of in your discard area and one rest in your hand area.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So let me put my retreat back in my discard, and let me put all these back in my hand. So the way the game actually plays, so that's with what we do with all the cards there. But basically all we do is every round we will both play 2 cards face down next to our boxer, with the closest one being your first action and the further away one being your second action. And then once we're both ready, we reveal the first action, resolve it based on the timings, and then reveal the second action and resolve it based on the timings.
Okay.
And we do that until one of us has broken all 3 of our opponent's cards.
Perfect.
Hopefully that all makes sense. It's probably easier to read it through the rules, or I also have a how to play video on my crowd sale page that you can definitely check out too. So we're always asking questions. I would love to talk to people about it. So
yeah, right out of the bat without playing, like it's really nice how it fits the team. Like you really did a great job with each card. So it's like even if you didn't explain, it would like almost make sense without reading what each thing does.
Oh, good.
Good. I think everything seems okay. Let's see if I can win and keep my championship.
There we go.
And the nice thing about like the idea here is like since we're playing the 2 games, we're gonna see who's the real champion of the crowd.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, yeah. So we can go ahead and start. So you are in the center of the ring. I'm in my own corner.
Cool.
I don't know if I mentioned so if you were to try to advance, we can't ever be in the same spot or go into each other's corner kind of thing. So if you were to advance while in the center of the ring, you just wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you're already far enough, as far ahead forward as you can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have to keep in mind that you don't have a retreat and I don't have an advance. And generally, if less
we do
question.
so we each have 2 advances. So you do still have 1 advance still.
Oh, I do. Ooh, yeah, that's true. Cool. And another question: if both of us jab, we jab each other, or we don't do anything?
Yep, correct. So we would jab each other. So you resolve all cards. If they're the same timing, you resolve them just at the same time. The advance is really the only kind of weird one where you just both wouldn't move. If you both play a punch, you would want to resolve that part of whoever is in your corner has to exhaust one. You want to resolve that before you both resolve the end of the punch.
Perfect. So if both of us jab, both of us exhaust one ready, one
Yep,
guard.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for anybody that wants to play on Tabletop Simulator, keep in mind you want to flip your card before you take it out of your hand, just so your opponent doesn't see what you're playing.
This and like this.
All right, there we go. So I placed my 2 cards out here. The one closest to my boxer I have as my first action. One farther away is my second action.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of just a personal preference, as long as both players understand, which one is their first and second.
Yep. Let me see. This.
All
Okay.
right. Ready?
Yes.
We can flip over our first action.
So
we both jab.
Both jabs.
So they both have a timing of 1. They both happen at the same time. And we each
Perfect.
get jabbed. And then we can do our second. And advance. Well, apparently we were just thinking the same thing. That's a good move.
Yeah.
So since we both playing in advance, neither of us moves. We just kind of bump heads. And so that's a good way for you to hold the center there.
Cool.
And then our stuff just gets discarded, and we move on to a new round.
Perfect.
And remember, if you want to get your discards back, you have to play a rest. But rest has the slowest timing, so you got to be careful when you play it.
Fair enough. Let's see. Okay, so
Good.
your turn.
All right, so you punched. Yeah, that was a good one. So you punched, which happens first, and since you're in the center of the ring, you don't have to exhaust one of your guards, and it breaks one of mine.
Perfect.
And then I rest. So now, if I had an exhausted guard, I would flip it back over, but now I don't, and then I get my discards back.
Okay, you get all the cards.
If they come back in my hand
Except
correctly.
this one.
There it goes. All right, and then our second one. Oh man.
Yeah.
So I am in my corner, so I have to adjust one.
And just so everyone knows, I'm not seeing or picking any other. It's my screen here, but we trust Chris not to be picking either.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's a good play. And I play a lot of games, but I honestly rarely win games. So this is how it usually goes.
I think that's a general rule. You design a game because you are tired of losing, and then you start losing your own game.
Yep.
Several times.
Fair enough. All right. So now I know you have a lot of cards in your discard.
Yeah. So, and this is an important thing. You can look through my discard, right? You don't need to remember that.
Correct. Yeah. So I usually I kind of stagger them to keep those sort of the left side and the top left side sort of showing because they have those icons. Tabletop Simulator, it's a little harder to sort of zoom in and stuff, I suppose, as it is just peeking across the table. But yes, you can always look at each other's discard. We both have the same set of cards, so you use process of elimination to figure out what's in their hand.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
All right, ready? All right, so I jabbed, so mine's got the quicker timing, and then you retreat.
Cool.
Oh, no, I'm not discarded yet.
Oh, sorry.
Just in case that like your next one was a mess or something.
Which I did because it's my only card.
Oh, yep. And then I advance.
Advance.
And then you rest. So that flips one of your ready or one of your exhausted cards back to ready, and then you get your discards back.
Cool.
Discard.
Let's see. Okay, let me just adjust this. Let me see. I can.
Well, that's not a good one to do.
Can potentially do this.
There we go.
And then. Just a second. Yeah, I mean, these two win, so let's see what happens.
All right.
Let's
Ready?
go.
Oh no! I was hoping you were gonna punch first. So that
And I was. You almost right.
Oh man, so close.
I actually put the punch here.
Did you? Oh, funny.
I changed it.
And is that gonna be your punch? I rested.
No.
Oh, it's a block. Okay. Whew. I'm safe there. All right. So I get my exhausted one back, and then I get my discards back.
I thought punching, but yeah. You're going defensive there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I needed my my guards back.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. And then you have that. Let's see. Gonna do this one. Perfect.
All right. Let's see how this goes.
See. Okay,
Jab.
Perfect.
And advance. All right. So my advance goes first.
Yes.
I push you, and then you punch. So since now that you're in the corner, you have to exhaust one, but your punch now breaks one of my guards, and I'm down to one, so I'm not in a great way here.
Yeah. Although, like, now I'm back to 2 cards again. So. Let's see. I just need this to go. Let's see. I can do that. And that.
All right.
Okay. Let's see.
Ready? Advance in the van, or advance in. Oh, I was thinking you were going to try to push me back. Oh no. So you get your discards back.
Let me see, just a second. Tabletop simulator against.
I know.
Everyone.
And then you get to flip one of your guards back. Yep, there you go. And punch. Oh no, I had the order wrong. All right, that pushes me back. And then I punch, exhausting this first. But I get to break one of yours.
Pew pew. Yeah, and I had like. I think the other way would be bad for me either way. Like, yeah, this was the only choice for me.
Yeah.
Like, resting first and advancing later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're exhausted.
I'm in a bad way right now. I gotta try to figure out what cards you're gonna play and when you're gonna play them. When you're gonna play them is the really important part.
Yeah. I think. Oh well. Wait. You only have 2 cards.
Yep. I'm a little low on cards at the moment.
So one of them is retreating. So and the other one is resting, correct?
Yep, correct.
Yeah, so you have 1 retreat and 1 rest. If you can do that. If you do that. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one first. And I lost 1 card. Oh, here it is. And this one second.
All right, you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Moment of truth.
Yeah. I thought about that.
No, okay, so I'm already exhausted there, so we're good.
Yeah.
So I get this one back. And then get
I thought this was wrong. Yeah, I messed the I messed the thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like if I had put a punch, it wouldn't. I would win anyway. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that would have, or well, your punch. Yeah, so if you played the punch first, I think you would have. Yeah, you would have been able to get me because your punch would have happened beforehand. before
Yeah.
my.
I thought like for a split second, I thought the rest would be before the punch, and then my jab would exhaust you, and the punch would finish.
Oh yeah, and then I retreated. So now that flips this over. Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
still in a bad spot here.
My bad, viewers. My bad. It's not on purpose. Damn it.
All right, let's see.
So now, if you got that, let me see what I can do. I can do this and this. Perfect. This and then this. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm in a bad place here.
All right, so now that I'm in the center, I don't have to exhaust one, and that breaks that. Yeah. And then you get your discards.
Great. Okay, so 4 cards.
Oops. Yeah, that's like messed up.
I'll go this one and this one. Let's see what happened.
All right. Jab, so I lost that. And then you advanced. Oh no.
Have you blocked?
And there it is. Oh, boom. And that's my
Oh, the jab was good there.
last guard and exhausted.
Yeah. So
yeah, I was hoping you were gonna stay in your corner and do the punch first, because that way it would have exhausted that first, and you wouldn't.
Yeah. I think punching from the corner is quite like it's quite tricky, and it's quite dangerous to do.
Yeah, but yeah, it can be a good way to throw your opponent off, but it can definitely be risky. That was fun.
So, yeah.
Should we try out Memory King?
No, let's. I'm gonna say let's do just one more.
Sure.
We flipped sides since you have this asymmetrics begin, and then if you want, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Get all this back into the hand here.
Okay, awesome. We're back after internet connection problems, and we're gonna play a second time. Now I'm blue, so I'm in the opposite side, and I'm gonna choose what discards first. So as blue, I'm gonna choose retreat, and I ask Chris to discard the block.
Block it is.
And then, if I remember my strategy from the first attempts, is see what happens.
All right. There it is.
Oh.
That was close.
Yeah.
What was your next card? I'm curious. I did a jab next. A block.
Yeah,
okay.
That was a block.
I was thinking you were going to block first, and I was hoping my jab would at least kind of keep you exhausted and stuff. But
yeah. But I think this is like, with this condition, with exhausted, like playing a punch is almost like the safest option.
Yeah.
a punch first, because
Yeah, especially when I have, when I have the guards that I can, punch from my corner and still be okay. And
sure, that's cool. Like now we have like one each, one
yeah,
win each, and we can decide it with Memory Kings.
there we go.
But yeah, I
That
really
is
like it,
interesting.
and I really like the art of the game as
Yeah,
well. Like um, how can I say, the texture that it looks like a ring of the
yeah,
cards was really nice place, really
awesome.
well
Thank
set.
you.
Yeah. But you do this good stuff with like trace the stars as well. Like you guys have talent in the
Thank
design in
you.
the graphic design.
Thank you. Yeah, so my wife actually did the graphic design for One Two Punch, and then I hired someone to do the character art. Her name is Marcella Nicoletto. She did the character art for One Two Punch as well. Um,
That's awesome.
but yeah, I really wanted it to have that kind of old timey sort of boxing poster kind of feel.
I think it worked. Will you put like a linen texture on
Yep.
it?
Yep.
So it's gonna look really great.
Yeah, I think I've got UV on there too, just so they last a little longer. But yeah, the
I
limit looks kind of nice.
Yeah, I tend to think that UV is like a must be. I can't see a reason not to put. Like it's not that
Hmm.
expensive,
Yeah,
and it makes a difference.
yeah, it does
Uh,
definitely.
yeah. So
All right, so
okay.
it's asking me if I want to randomize all objects in the zone.
Yeah, you can, but we can randomize again
Okay.
several times here. It's not a big deal. Okay,
Okay.
so all the setup is ready.
Okay.
Actually, gonna flip all. We're not gonna play in this one. So hey, this is Memory Kings. It is an 1 to 4 player, so there is a solo variant, and you can play from 2 to 4. Abstract memory game with a little bit of tactical movement. So I was thinking like, and it was in the middle of the of the lockdown, so I was really bored at home, and I called my wife and let's play something, and I got some playing cards, and we tried. Toying with it, and it looked good enough to pursue as a design. So the idea is to get the memory feeling, the children's game, and put a little bit of depth, because I feel like playing memory, we just flip cards and there's not much game to it. So I wanted to put a little more tactics, and okay, I have to count the cards and there is strategy to it. So I hope I did it. And my wife like worked during the beginning, during the concept. She worked and helped me a lot with several ideas. So I consider we both made the game together. After that, I got obsessed by it and started doing everything. Uh, but so how do you play it? It's the objective is pretty much the same as memory. So we have a grid of cards and you have identical pairs. So like this one and this one, two yellow knights, for example, or two green knights or anything. We're going to start with all the cards facing down, and our objective is to find pairs. Okay, so every time we find a pair, we put our tokens. So let's say I'm the purple player, I'm going to put tokens on it. And because we're playing 2 players, our objective is to find 6 pairs. What's the twist of it? We don't just flip cards as in normal memory. We actually have our pawns. So at the beginning of the game, we're going to place our pawns on white cards, and we're going to flip all the cards under the pawns. So every time you have a pawn somewhere, the card under it will be facing up. And if you move your pawn, that card is flipped down, and the other card is flipped up. Okay, so this is the objective of the game. So it's finding 6 pairs before the other. And how does movement works? Every turn you can choose one pawn to move. So let's say I'm purple here and it's my turn. I'm going to choose this pawn to move. Any pawn at any time, like in your turn, you can choose to move just one square adjacent, one adjacent square. So I can move, even if it's a horse, it doesn't matter what drawing you have in the card, your pawn can just move here, for example. Or alternatively, you can move as the chess piece. So with the standard movement of the chess piece that is on the card. This is called escorting. So I like to imagine that these pawns are walking in this land and they kind of bribe or ask for a escorting for these bishops. So, or for this bishop. So this bishop will take this pawn all the way there and will come back to his card. Okay, so this is basically what you can imagine. So bishops can move diagonal, any number of squares diagonal. The rooks or the towers can move any number of squares up and down or to the side, so orthogonally. And the knights can do the knight move, the famous knight move, which is L-shaped. So you walk 2 and 1 to the side. So 2 to one direction and 1 perpendicular. And then you move here. Okay, and the queen somewhere is here. And the queen can move orthogonally or diagonally to any number of squares. So it can come here, for example. Okay, so this is the movements. And there is only one other thing about the cards is the queen. Every time you step on a queen, so let's say you're in this bishop and you walk here and you flip the queen, so you have a special thing that is the queen's advice or the queen's pick. You can pick any card that your opponent won't see. So I think you press in Tabletop Simulator Shift, and or Alt Shift. Yes, you go over a card and you press Alt Shift, and you can see it. I cannot. Okay, so basically you choose any card to pick, and that's it. We basically move through the board, and if we find, for example, you step here and you show this knight, and in another turn you stepped here and you show the other knight. So what you're gonna do is put your tokens over it and move again. So like in classic memory, as every time you find a pair, you play again. So you can choose one of your pawns to move again. So let's say here. And if I, for some reason, be on this card, like stay on this card here or step afterwards here, I cannot solicit or I cannot ask for this knight to escort me anymore, because now they only work for you.
Gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. So if I didn't forget anything, because that sometimes happen, I think
you said we do the queen's peak when it's revealed.
Yes. So the queen's peak only happens when it's flipped.
Okay.
When you come to it. So if I'm here, and this is important to know, in chess, the only piece that can jump over other pieces is the knight. But in this game, you can actually pass through pieces as much as you want. And you can also step on the same cards as your opponents. So this is a big deal in the game. For example, you already are here on this knight.
Mm-hmm.
I walked here and reviewed this knight. Now you know that the knight is here, so you simply can walk here and steal the knight from me. So this is a thing that it's hard to know at the beginning. So I like some people like to see the strategy of the game, and sometimes it looks. Or it's too much luck because I opened this card and you simply walked and stole from me. This is luck. It's not, because I was in the queen and I didn't need to walk right into a card that you can reach. I could simply go to a place that, of course, you were in the same card as me, but I could simply like walk, I don't know, to the rook here to be safe, because then I'm not revealing anything that you don't know. And another piece of strategy that I like to point out is just check this knight here. The back of the card, one is they have alternate backs. So a pair, an identical pair, has a black and a white back.
Okay, so there's one black and one white of each card.
Exactly. So if you are in this card, and I know that this card is white, the chance is 100% of the other card being a black one. So you can play with this. And that's it.
I like it.
I don't know if you have any question. I'm gonna actually pull closer so everyone can see. Maybe I should have done this before, but now it's done. And let me randomize. Do you want to choose your color?
Oh yeah, I'm next to black here. I'll just do black. That works.
Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go with purple, and let me randomize. I think it's F3. Click here, randomize. Okay. So as you're technically the game starts with the player with the worst memory, but if that was the case, I would probably start every time. So I'll let you start first.
Sure. I was gonna say too. I do love chess, but I'm pretty terrible in memory games because I also never remember anything.
Fair enough.
Did you say we start by placing one on a white square?
Yes, we only place on white squares, so this prevents us to start in a queen and prevents us to start with a pair right away. So.
Okay, so did you say there's only one, or there's one or two queens, or what?
There is only one queen, and it's black backed.
Okay.
So you never make a pair with a queen.
Oh, okay, okay. Is there another card, or is there an even number of cards here, or how many cards are there?
There is 25 cards, so there is a queen, and all the rest is pairs of 4 different suits, and you have bishops, knights, and rooks.
Bishop, knights, and rooks. Okay, perfect. All right, I'll just start here, I suppose.
Okay, so yeah, so you place one, I place another.
Could you choose to play to start yours on mine as well, or does it be?
Yeah, no. Generally, you choose different squares, so you cannot put in the same one.
Okay. All right. And
this wouldn't really break anything, really, but per rules, you don't.
Okay. Okay. And then I place my other one, you said?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll start over here.
Okay. So there. Cut this one. Perfect. So then we reveal all 4.
Okay.
And then you can choose wherever pawn you want to move, and both your pawns are in knight, so they can move as a knight or as a pawn, so moving one space adjacent.
Okay. Is there a way? Is there any reference or anything that shows if I'm on a white card, or I'm obviously right now on a white card, but without looking at the back?
Yeah, this is a very good point, and it was a requested point that I stubbornly didn't want to include. I feel like if you want to, you can just flip it. Okay. Why I don't put? Because if someone wants to challenge more the memory, they can have to remember that, and it's a very challenging thing to remember. You generally forget as soon as you step in a card. Right now, you know that every card is white because we started that way. This was a deliberate choice, but there is, if you see here in the manual, in the last page, I say to people that they can order in a chessboard-like pattern.
Ooh,
so it's easy to know if you're in a black or in a white.
Yeah. Does that, with that chessboard setup, have you seen, does that affect the strategy or anything of how you kind of move around or anything, or does it not make a huge difference?
It does change a little bit because, for example, knights will, if you use the move of a knight, you always change color, and if you use a bishop, you don't change the color, the back color. So there is a little bit of different strategies. It's a nice variant. It's a completely different variant if you know how to use it, like the pieces.
Cool.
But yeah, you can go.
Cool. So I go ahead and move. So I'll move this guy like a knight. Go over
Yes.
here. And so then I flip this one, right?
Yes.
And then I flip this one back. Okay.
Here.
Let's move this one right here. Oops, wrong button.
Okay, so there. 1, 2 bishops. So I will come here.
All right, and now I'm gonna see if I remembered correctly or not. Nope, I didn't.
No.
How many colors are there of each?
There are 4 colors.
4 colors. Okay.
And 3 pieces. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 3 pieces. Oh.
Cool.
Hmm.
So I think I was quite rude before we started, and I hope it's not the case. But if you have some sort like of color blindness, one of the types, I do have different color cards. So like if the red and the green are difficult to differentiate, there are like brown and purple cards in the standard game. They are to the side here, and we could change. So if you prefer, we can even start again if you.
Oh, no, that's just fine.
Okay.
I was going to say too, I really like that you have sort of the cool seasonal background on each of them, or
yeah,
location kind of background or whatever. I think that helps give it a lot more personality and makes it more memorable rather than just the color. So I like that.
Yeah.
So I'll move this one over here.
Okay. I'm pretty
I already
sure.
don't remember where anything is.
I'm pretty sure we saw a green rook already.
So, but I don't remember where.
But I know we saw a knight here. So I'll claim it for me. So basically, in the game lingo, you call it recruiting. So we are actually commanding these 2 pawns and recruiting forces for our army. So this is prior to a chess match.
and
then I play again.
So now I could still go on those cards, but I can't use the knight power from the knight.
Escort, yes.
Okay.
So you can only move as a pawn after that.
Okay.
I can still use the knight's move because they work for me now.
Okay. Oh man. I'm just gonna try some random ones. Let's go right here.
You can always try random, like it's not a bad deal.
Yep.
Okay, so you can go and there it's like okay. I think there is something here.
Okay.
See, you're not dead.
All right, I got one.
Cool.
Oh, tabletop simulator.
All right. And you can play again.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go. How about all the way up here? Ooh, okay. So I found the queen.
Yeah, you can.
I get to look at anyone, right? And it's Alt Shift, I think.
Alt Shift, yeah.
Um,
above any card you want.
How about? Okay.
Cool. That's good. So I kind of know you're in a queen. I think it's here, but I might be mistaking the color. Yeah, wrong color.
Okay. This
cool. Oh, this is good. Come here. Seriously? You knew that it was there?
That queen. It was that queen that made it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, whoops. The tokens are different things. Oh, and then I go in.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move
Oh, that's good because I thought it was in
here.
a completely different place.
Yeah. So now I move back over onto the queen because I want to keep some more.
Yes.
I want to peek on this one. Okay.
So if I move there, it's 1, then 2, then 3. Okay, so if I'm right about this card, which I might not be, and
My turn, right?
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna come here.
Ooh, are you saying the bishop is there?
No, don't worry about it.
Oh, that's bad. Let's see, this one is a black one. No, this one is a black one, isn't it? Like if you there. Okay. That's a good use of the queen.
Yeah, yeah, that's helpful. I mean, it probably doesn't usually work out where they're all kind of within one of each other. But.
Yeah, it is a gamble because if you go to the queen, you kind of like you know that movement won't give you a pair, so but you set up the game. So you were lucky to really find the right ones. But, and you play again. You
can yeah,
even go back to the queen.
I probably will. I kind of like that. Let's look at.
And that's the thing. Like, if I want to block you from doing that over and over, I could simply step there and.
Oh, true. Because it's only when it's revealed, right? Oh, yeah. I didn't read it. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry, let's go on.
No worries. So I'm coming this side. And it's you.
Let's go way over here, maybe. See what that one is. I didn't find anything good that time.
You don't need to tell me that, but yeah, that's good to know. So if my memory doesn't deceive me, the green bishop is there.
Ooh, yep.
And then I can get this and leave this corner by coming. I hate tabletop simulator.
I know, it's so clunky. I suppose the flipping the cards is probably easier on tabletop simulator than it is in real life, though.
It is. So using the mats that will be in the crown sale, it kind of like helps a lot. But the mats are quite expensive, so I suggest if you don't get the mat, you at least use a tablecloth or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about doing a mat for 1-2 punch. We just never got around to it.
Yeah.
Go. Let's see what's over in this corner. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yes.
I think you can get there sooner than I can.
Yeah, I had a plan, but then I gave up my plan. This is too good to be true.
Yep. Yeah, I can't get there soon enough. All right, I'll abandon that one. How about we try over here?
That's good. And I'll come here. I'll steal that one from you, and then I discover it's not like you.
Yeah.
And then I find out, oh, it's a green. Damn it.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, if you are here, I can move here and check out. Let me see. Let me see.
I need to pay attention to the white and black thing again. I keep forgetting about that too.
Just Okay,
All right.
we can go.
Let's try this one. I don't remember if we looked at this one yet or not. Yeah.
I'm gonna go come down here. And you can go because I don't flip anything. Okay.
Oh yeah. How about that one? I feel like we've looked at this one a few times now, and I forget what it is every time.
quite a few.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. Can come here, but we might have looked everything quite a few times. Oh
Yeah.
shoot!
I can't get there in time though, huh? Huh. Oh yeah, I suppose I can get there in time.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything because I'm competitive.
Let's go right here.
Damn you. Okay, so down. Oh, sorry, that's down here. So I'll give you that horse here. You can go. Yeah, I think I'm in a bad place here. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 already. So 2 more you win, and I have 3.
Cool.
You can play again.
Oh yeah, I forget that every time. All right, I will go.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. Let's go over here and see.
What? Wait! You can't.
What's up?
You can't because you're in a knight. So it's 1 adjacent or.
Oh, it's adjacent, up, down, up, down, left, right. I was thinking diagonal as well. Okay. Yep.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, no.
That makes, yeah, you said that. I just forgot about it. Let's go there. All right, that's not what I wanted.
Huh.
I feel like we've seen that one, but I don't remember where.
I
think I do. That one?
I think I do.
That one, all right.
I played silly now because you actually don't review that one because maybe you would like lose a third trying to find it. So I should have moved before to the.
Oh yeah.
Would be a better move. Okay, so I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna use your.
Oh yeah, you're wrong both. Yeah.
I'm gonna use your strategy of. Well, I locked you in place here, so you cannot go to the.
Oh yeah, good idea. I like that.
And
go right back and do it again.
Yes, cool. I'm using your strategy there.
That's a good way to do it. I like that. That's fun.
Oh, okay.
What did you see?
It was a purple rook. No, wait. I think we shuffled the wrong deck.
It was a king.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's this one? Okay.
Cool. I think I'm gonna go come here. Do I give you the queen now? Do I want to give you the queen? I don't think so, right? Let's come here. That. Okay.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go to this one if I remember correctly. What I looked at with the queen a long time ago.
Oh, nice.
I've been looking for this other blue rook for a while.
Well, I thought it was in another place.
Yeah.
And I was wrong. You can move again, by the way.
Oh, yep. So now let's go right here.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to see because you cannot go diagonal there. So I can reach it first. I think, unless I mistake something. Yeah, I'll come here.
Yeah, and you really get that one. Let's just come down here, I suppose.
So I will come down here, take this bishop. And now, what can I do? What can I do?
It's close.
It is. I'm unsure if I can win this actually. We'll come here. You.
I will also. Oh no, I can't. I can't do that now, huh?
No, you're.
Because now you want to. Ooh.
Yeah. So when you moved there, you should have like left the bishop before to avoid being.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's good. Yeah, so I'll just a good place for me to go.
Yeah, you're blocked in all. Oh no, everything on the side is yours. Yeah, so you
Right
can
there.
go there. Yeah, I think I can.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but
I think I can win now. Because
I don't remember which one of these is which, but
so I'll break the mystery for you. This one is the yellows. So yeah, then you would try to come here. You would reveal the yellow for me.
But where's the pair for whatever this one is? Oh, it's what I'm on right now.
Yours. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So that's what I was hoping. If I had one more turn, I'd come right over here. And, nice. I can't go diagonal. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And there it is.
So, yeah, to be there, if you remember the knight here, you would have to come to the bishop actually, and then to
go that way.
I don't know. You're probably wanted to come to the queen.
I was thinking about that, but since I couldn't go diagonal yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so.
Oh yeah, and then go and place.
And I flipped the game. I didn't think I could win this one.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That was really fun. That was really cool.
Yeah, it's like more of a brain burner. So I think it does give a lot of AP, like a potential for AP and thinking a lot. So I promise less than 15 minutes, but it can be more.
I feel like it's got that, but because of the memory element, at least for me, I forget things enough that I just kind of have to move somewhere anyways to make a wild guess.
Yeah. And you have to do it quickly, because the more time you spend thinking about strategy, the more time you spend like losing or forgetting stuff. So
yeah, exactly. Only so much brain space.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So some less than others. Like I have to say I can't. I step here and I flip and I don't know if it's a black or a white anymore. So
yeah. Oh yeah, same here. Well, yeah. I think when I was looking for the pair to this blue rook there, I think this was the black, right? Yeah, I think I kept looking at blacks for the longest time until I finally realized, I'm like, oh, I'm looking on the wrong ones. I should probably look at the ones here.
Yeah, but this is like it's something that I saw a lot of people trying different stuff. Sometimes even not on purpose. But if your memory is better than mine, you just look and you just walk on black, for example, on black or on white, I will be revealing the whites for you. That's because you remember everything that you walked on, you can just go there and pick my cards. So I'll be working for you. And if your memory is rubbish, you probably will have to depend on going like white and black to. But it depends. It's the strategy is knowing how bad your memory is and trying to work with that.
Yeah.
So a couple of people told me like, I simply don't try to remember where the bishops are because I have so much memory space, like you said. So I'm gonna only remember knights, and then they don't get confused about the colors and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So did I see that there's a special crowd sale art or something?
Yes. So basically, I didn't mount in the TTS, but we do have 2 add-ons in the crowd sale. So the crowd sale, it didn't introduce the crowd sale, but the crowd sale will happen from January 20th to February 4th. So there's 2 weeks, and during these 2 weeks, the main game, which is discards plus discards to the side here. So if you want to see, we have 2 extra seasons, which is the rainy season and the drought season. So, and it's basically, you can put these cards together and make a 6x6 grid. And in the crowd sale, we have an add-on. Actually, in the main game, we will have an exclusive for the crowd sale, which has cog and flask and a little bell that are the icons from different services of the game crafter. So I contacted GT and he allowed me to use these cards. So it's just during the crowd sale, whoever backs it up during that time will get special cards. They are gray, so they are different from all this, and they have a little wrench that is the icon of the game crafter. And the cool thing about it is that the cog, so that the robot that is the mascot of game crafter, is actually a rook, but instead of the rook here, you have his head. So it's easier to remember with different drawings. So it's a cool addition that you can have. And you also have an add-on where you have the gathering seasons. So you actually have the harvest season, the hunting season, the fishing season, and you have the plague season. And you also have a mat that you can play and put under, and it's easier to flip the cards. It gets quite easy. So from the 20th of January to the 4th of February, whoever backs there can ask those things. And a cool thing that I'm trying to do, because I live in the UK, so it's quite expensive to have things shipped here. So what I'm doing is I'm offering people to ask me, and I will order, like for everyone in the UK that wants the game and talk to me, I will order in a single shipment. And then I can dilute these prices. And the price can come from £44 to have one game to £24 to have one game with the expansion. So
awesome. Yeah, I'm excited to order it.
Nice.
And then if people do order it, we both have our crowd sales going at the same time. So I think they can order it at the same time, and it might bundle them together. I'm not sure exactly how that all works since they end on separate dates, but something.
When does your ends? Like, are you doing 2 weeks?
10th. Yeah, February 10th. So mine's January 27th to February 10th. I think ours are exactly a week apart.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I think we can check that because our books, they may not be so far apart. So I would totally say that someone interested in both games could order both together, and they would wait. I'm almost sure that they would wait like 2 days more because Game Crafter, like the bulk queue, is really slower than the standard.
It's usually a couple months or so. It's not too terrible.
Yeah, I think the estimate it's April, like mid-April or end April. So it's considering February is just like March, and then in April it will already ship.
Yeah, so, and then that fluctuates sometimes too. We had that with Trace the Stars where I think it ended up being about a month after what it originally estimated,
After?
because it
Okay.
was getting into holiday season and everything. So
Oh
I
yeah,
think
but Trace the Stars got the whole COVID thing
yeah,
because
yeah,
I
that was
because
right in the middle.
I think they actually estimate more because the last time I ordered the one Memory Kings, of course it was in the
Mhm,
standard queue, but
mhm.
it was shipped like 2 weeks before the estimate, so it was not even being weighted like at that time. And I think the book is like more time, but they also give a safe period there. That's
Yeah,
what they try to ship
definitely.
before. Would be
Mhm,
cool. Yeah. So, actually, there are so many games there that I
mhm,
want, and I cannot buy it. Would be so
mhm.
good to live in America for this because I don't know, like it's $5 depending on where you are, the
Yeah,
shipping, and you don't have taxes on top of
yeah,
it.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm excited
Yeah.
to order this one and play it. I think it's something I can play with my kids too. So yeah,
Oh,
it'll be really cool.
that's nice. I will be grateful if you support it, like in the crowd
Yeah.
sale. I'll really think about how I can get the other people's play games because I think it's unfair. A lot of people like, yeah, I'm gonna get the Memory Kings, and oh, I wanted to help you too, but
Yeah.
it's it's different.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a point to note, since at least my intent is to make my crowd sale work, but I would like to see crowd sales being a thing for everyone. So I'm going to point out that together with our crowd sale, there will be another crowd sale, at least for now. So it's a game called Fish Flip, and it seems to be also a casual game, 20 minutes or so, and the idea is to lay down fish cards in the table. It's kind of a stream, and you try to fish different kinds of fishes and score a point, and you flip cards. There is different fishes on each side of the card. So it's a strategy. I think it's similar to ours in terms of like brain burning.
Yeah.
You have to plan your ahead. So it's nice to see, and if anyone is interested and watching this, they can order the three games together
Yeah. Yeah.
and have a lot of casual fun because everything is under 20 minutes. You can
Mhm,
explain in 5 minutes, and
mhm.
that's it.
These are my favorite kind of games.
Yeah, mine too. like I love don't get me wrong, I love like heavy games, but I have
Mhm.
no one to play with, so
Yep.
I
Yep.
kind of like gave up. The first game, heavy game I bought, I played once and never more, and then like yeah, nah,
Mhm,
I don't want it. I want a Carcassonne and anything below
mhm.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, we both have our crowd sale going here later this month, and um, I'll also be giving away some copies and stuff over on my Facebook page. So if someone wants to follow RA Games to see the news about Once You Punch on there, let me know. Um,
Hey,
where can we follow for your stuff too?
yeah, how's that thing like is for every 10 copies you're gonna give away one? Is that
Yep,
it?
yeah. So every 10 copies that's sold during the crowd sale, I'm going to give away one copy to some sort of local library or pub or after
Awesome.
school program, anywhere that really offers board games for their community to play. But I'm doing it based on ones that people kind of suggest. So if you go on the Facebook, I'll have a certain post that you can comment on. If you just comment the place or whatever, it's a public library, whatever it is, it's by you. Then I'll draw from all those and ship them a free copy.
That's very cool, man. That's
I'm
very,
excited.
very cool. Yeah. Let's hope it does well, and let's hope crowd sales get big. So because
Yeah.
we can simply go there, and for anyone interested in that, you go there, you put your game, you just prove everything, and if you think
Hmm.
it's working, your game is good, you can simply submit for a crowd sale. The
Hmm.
support will say, yeah, you have to fix your logo here. It's like that, but it's in one day you fix everything, and your crowd sale is there. No loss except time, but I think the time is an investment there, and that's it.
Yep. Yep. Much
don't
easier to manage.
don't expect like to earn a lot of money from it,
Yep.
but it will
This is a
definitely
fun
make.
hobby.
Yeah, we're here for hobby.
Hmm.
I think we can call it a day. I think,
Sounds good.
and I will say that it was fun for me. So we could do that again with other designers, maybe. Like
Yeah.
if another crowd sale is on.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be fun.
That's cool.
Well, thank you.
Bye bye,
Cool.
man. See ya.
All right, see you. Have a good one.